All right, tonight we are diving headfirst into a world of sprawling Gothic manors, haunting family secrets, and an obsession so intense it completely blurs the line between terror and protection. We are exploring the incredibly unsettling dark world of H.D. Carlton's Haunting Adeline. This is how it all starts, the very first line of the book from our protagonist. And wow, what a way to kick things off, right? It's this quiet, chilling confession that just hangs in the air and sets the tone for everything. And I mean everything that's about to happen. So let's meet Adeline Riley. She's an author, and she's looking for a change, a little inspiration. The whole idea is to move into her grandmother's old home, Parsons Manor. For her, this place is full of memories, even friendly family ghosts. It's supposed to be a homecoming, a fresh start. Yeah, but that's not how this story goes, is it? That feeling of comfort, of coming home, it starts to crumble, and fast. Because Adeline realizes she isn't alone in that house. And the presence she feels, it isn't a ghost. It's something far, far more real. And a whole lot more dangerous. Okay, so first up, a haunting inheritance. Welcome to Parsons Manor. And really, you have to understand everything starts and ends with this house. It's more than just a backdrop. It's practically a living, breathing character, and it is soaked in secrets. I mean, just try to picture this place. It's this stunning Gothic house with black siding, but surrounded by these vibrant sunflowers. Inside, the walls are blood red, and they're covered in family photos that you just know are watching you. It's the kind of place that feels like it could be a sanctuary one minute and a beautifully constructed trap the next. And this line from Adeline, it says it all, doesn't it? She's not scared of this place. She grew up with its history. The ghosts were literally her childhood playmates. That tells you so much about who she is. She's fearless. But man, that fearlessness is about to be tested in ways she could never, ever imagine. All right, on to our next section, the author and her stalker. She is not alone, because the real haunting at Parsons Manor isn't supernatural at all. It's human, and that creepy feeling of being watched, it's about to become a terrifying certainty. It all kicks off pretty subtly. Adeline's at her own book signing, she's in her element, but then she feels it. You know that feeling? A stare so intense it feels like a physical pressure on your skin? A kind of buzzing heat that makes the hair on your neck stand up. She tries to shake it off, but nope. It's locked on her. And then she looks up, and she finds him, and what she sees just stops her cold. His eyes. One is so dark it looks like a bottomless pit. The other is this shocking icy blue, almost white, with a jagged scar cutting right through it. It's absolutely chilling. And this is our first look at the man who will become her shadow. From that moment, the invasion begins, and it escalates with this terrifying, methodical precision. First, it's just the feeling. Then, boom, a single red rose appears inside her locked car. And then, the ultimate nightmare fuel, a rose on her nightstand. He was in her room while she was sleeping. The worst part? She goes to the police, she files reports, and they just vanish. Poof, gone. She is completely, utterly alone in this. So what do you do? Her sanctuary is now her prison. The one place on earth she should feel safe is the one place she isn't. And no one can or will help her. Which leaves us with one massive question. Who is this shadow haunting Adeline? And now, we switch. We're going to flip the script entirely. We're leaving Adeline's world and jumping straight into the brutal, violent reality of her stalker. It's time to meet Zaid. And this is how he introduces himself to us. Just listen to that. No apology, no remorse. He is a killer and he owns it. But notice his words. He hunts men who wear, quote, different faces of the devil. That one line just turns everything we thought we knew on its head. So yeah, his name is Zaid Meadows. And he's not just some random stalker. He's a full-blown vigilante, operating in the darkest corners of Seattle. He hunts down human traffickers. And his whole philosophy is simple and brutal. Sometimes you have to become a monster to destroy the ones that are even worse. And just look at the chasm between their lives. It is night and day. While she's writing fictional thrillers, he is living a real-life one, dismantling trafficking rings. While she's exploring her family's secrets in a gothic manner, he's torturing criminals for information in a dark warehouse. They are two completely different universes, and they are on a collision course. And the point of impact was that book signing. For Adeline, it was just a moment of deep unease. For Zaid, it was the moment of fixation. In his world, which is defined by violence and darkness, she became this one thing he decided he had to have, to possess. He even has a name for her, his little mouse. So naturally, this obsession builds and builds until their first true confrontation. The cat and mouse game is about to become a terrifying face-to-face encounter right inside the walls of Parsons Manor. And true to form, Adeline doesn't just hide. When she sees him lurking outside her house, she storms out there and confronts him head-on. You can just hear it in her voice. It's this potent mix of pure anger and absolute terror. She's trying to reclaim her space.
But the second she gets back inside, her phone buzzes. And that text message confirms her deepest fear. He's not just outside anymore. The game has begun, and he is setting all the rules. But she fires right back. That defiance is fueled by pure adrenaline. She's not going down without a fight. She's making it clear she is not going to be a victim. And he loves it. He welcomes the fight. He just appears at the end of her hallway. And with those calm, predatory words, the hunt inside her own home begins. It's this terrifying, heart-pounding chase through the shadows of Parsons Manor.
And that entire confrontation, it brings us to the absolute core dilemma of this book. A love forged in fear when the nightmare is the savior. Because the relationship between Adeline and Zaid is built on a foundation of pure terror. But that foundation gets really, really complicated. This is the central paradox, right? Zaid is her stalker. He terrorizes her. But then, when another man actually tries to physically harm her, Zaid steps in and brutally murders him. He leaves a bloody rose behind as a warning to anyone else. He is the monster in her closet, but he's also the only thing keeping worse monsters away. He is her tormentor, and he is her protector.
And that leaves us with the one impossible question that sits at the very heart of haunting Adeline. It messes with every idea you have about safety, consent, and love, and it forces you to ask yourself, what happens when the thing you fear the most in this world is also the only thing that can save you?